whatever time you're watching this. My name is Riley and I'm a work from home mom of 3, and today is actually my first day at my new job, and I work remotely obviously, so I'm already at my new job, but it has been so crazy. I've had 2 weeks off. I was feeling so burnt out, and just like the minute that I put my 2 weeks in and it ended my other job, I was like, I'm gonna take these 2 weeks and I'm gonna treat them like vacation. I'm not gonna like have a big schedule because I know there wasn't like a means to an end. Like I was gonna get back into a routine, and now that I'm starting work back, I'm like, okay, I'm back to waking up early. Like I gotta get my life together so we have our daily routine so things can flow how they need to flow, especially being a work from home mom. My routine is my bread and butter of my day, especially because all 3 of my kids are home with me every single day and we just have to run a tight ship over here for things to work. So I have some ambiance going. I'm getting ready to make my coffee. It is 7:30 and somehow my kids are all still sleeping. Thankfully, they didn't schedule my onboarding meeting until 9:30, which is so nice. But I'm just really excited to get started. I'm excited for a new opportunity. I'm doing the same thing that I've been doing, but I'm always excited to get into something a little bit new. I love change. I know some people hate change, but I love change in all areas of my life. Very much the little girl that loved to rearrange her room as an adult with things in my house and things in my life. Like I love change. I love fresh starts. So as nervous as I am to start a new job, I am excited for it. But I just want to bring you guys along for like a work from home day in my life. Just do a little cozy vlog because I know my last video was a little doom and gloom of like being burnt out and just not in a great place. And I feel like I'm in a much better mindset now that I've had a little break and a little breather, and I'm kind of ready to get back into my normal day today. I'll make my coffee and get my day started so I can wake up a little bit. I know I'm being really quiet and kind of creaky, but these are some of the first words out of my mouth this morning, and I just felt like picking up the camera and felt like vlogging today. I found this in my mother-in-law's garage. She was gonna put it in a yard sale, and I just thought it was so cute. I'm gonna take all of my little Nespresso pods and I'm gonna put them in there for my little coffee bar. So I think that would be so cute. It is the next day. We are back in my kitchen, but I had a good first day at my new job. It was a little stressful. I was like shooking and driving my kids around a few different places because my husband also had to work. Just haven't had time to pick back up the camera, except for in the mornings. The mornings and the evenings are my quiet time. During the rest of the day, after all my kids are awake, it is go, go, go. But I'm making my daughter some breakfast. I'm getting ready to make my coffee for the morning, and it's supposed to be like almost 70 degrees today. So I thought about doing some more garden planting. That was one of my last videos. I had talked about everything I was going to put in my garden. I kind of want to make a concrete plan because we are at the end of March and I really need to get into planning where everything is going to go, what we're going to do. So I might do a little bit of that today if I take the kids outside and let them play, because I would just always feel more inspired when I'm like sitting outside looking at my garden of like what I want to do, what things are going to go where. So maybe try to do that today in the break of my work, but we're gonna get along with yet another morning of trying to get back in the swing of things and being a working mom again. Also, the sunrise is so pretty this morning, so we're gonna get ready to go out on the porch and look at it because it is too pretty to pass up. Wow, isn't that so pretty? One of my favorite things to do, and something I've always done with the kids, is go out and look at the sunrise or the sunset, especially like when they were little babies. I used to love to bring them out here. I'll see if I can find like a picture and put it in here of my oldest son. That's like one picture that's like drilled into my brain when I brought him out here when he was like a new little baby. And there was a really pretty sunrise. So I'm a big sky girly, if you couldn't tell, but it's a little chilly. So we're gonna go back in, and I still have yet to make my coffee. I know brevets get a lot of hate, but these homemade sweet and salties I've been making are so good. I've seriously been making one every single morning, and it's the perfect little treat that I look forward to every single day. And I got this cup in this like abandoned house that my dad bought, and I just thought it was the cutest thing. I love cardinals, I love birds, so it's just the cutest little find. So all the little thrift things that I found today that I've gotten for free from some different members of my family recently, and I'm not mad about it. Helly's coffee this morning, so cute. For you? I say, to be loved is to be seen, as like cringy as that might sound, but my husband knows that I've been trying to be more serious about content creation, and I've tried a few different mics just because I like have not wanted to spend the money on them. I'm awful. Like, I never want to spend money on myself, like for my kids, for my husband, literally anybody else. I will spend money except for myself. And he bought me a DJI mic, and this is probably the nicest gift I've ever gotten in regards to like content creation. He's just so thoughtful with the things that he gets me. And like I said, this is something I probably would have not bought until like I absolutely needed to buy it, but I want to try it out with you guys. And it comes in like this maximized AirPod case, and it's got 2 mics in the receiver, and all you do is just plug it into your phone. I'm gonna plug this in, and I'm gonna turn my mics on, and we're gonna see if we can tell the difference. I'm on my lunch break from work. I just put all my kids down for a nap, and I feel like Superwoman, honestly, anytime that I get all of my kids down at the same time. But I'm gonna eat some lunch, and after I'm off of work, we're gonna go out in the backyard. And I said I was gonna do some garden planting today, and that is what I'm gonna do, because the grass, just in like the past few weeks, the grass has gotten so much greener. And it's just so motivating that spring is actually coming, because we keep going from like 80-degree weather, 70-degree weather back to like 30s and 40s, and like just this up and down, and it's like snowing one day, tornadoes the next. If you live in the Midwest, I'm sure you can relate to that. It's just a nice day, especially after I've been working all day and the kids have had to be cooped up in the house all day with me. They just need to get some energy out. I need to get some fresh air. So I just wanted to check in and try out my new mic, because I hadn't really got a chance to use it in a video yet. And I've also been doing some TikTok shop content on my TikTok profile, and I think this is just very necessary for that, and for my food page with doing voiceovers. I wanted to have like a good quality mic for different things like that. So big shout out to my husband, who's always supporting me no matter what I decide to do on all of my mini side quests that I take on all the time. He is never short of supporting me and buying me things that I won't buy for myself. But I'm gonna go and eat my lunch, finish my work day, and then I'll check back in with you guys probably this afternoon when I'm planning out my garden. Can't tell I'm a morning girly. I have some broken up bread, 2 over medium eggs, and some sausage patties this morning, and this is one of my all-time favorite breakfasts to eat. And I know a lot of people think it's weird, but this is what I ate a ton as a kid growing up. My grandparents always made this for me, so I smash up the eggs and let the yolks like run out a little bit, and then I mix it with the bread. It is so delicious. So don't knock it till you try it. It doesn't look the prettiest, but I promise you it tastes very good. We are outside. I took my lunch a little bit early so I could come sit out here so the kids could play before they take a nap, and I could get majority of the work I need to get done while they are sleeping. But I wanted to come out here and plan out my garden. I have my little strawberry notebook, and I have these little erasable gel pens that I got from TikTok shop, and I absolutely love them. They're in like all these neutral colors and I journal with them. So I thought this would be perfect to sketch out my garden. And I'm gonna do kind of like a rough sketch of like what I hope to do. And I'm gonna put in 3 raised beds because I'm hoping my husband can build me another one to do like my purple theme. I'm gonna need an extra raised bed because one of our raised beds is completely dedicated to strawberries, and that takes up all the space in there, so I can't plant anything else in there. So I'm going to sketch out kind of what my garden layout looks like right now, and then go from there, kind of show you guys what I typically plant, where I plant it, and then what I have planned for the 3rd raised bed. I am not very artistic, so don't judge me for how these look, but we're just having a rough draft of what is going to go where. And I really want to do a like trellis garden this year because I want to do trellis melons, and that's something I've never done before, so I'm anxious to do that. This is a layout I have right now. I want to do 3 raised beds across, and then our garden. I would love to do 4 raised beds, but it's a lot of fill dirt to do for that, so I'm just gonna bank on 3. If I get a 4th one, great, but this is what I'm gonna plan for right now. So this whole one over here I'm gonna mark as strawberries. The middle one, this is where I'm not sure what I'm gonna plant. It could get switched around, especially if we don't get the other raised bed, but I'm planning to do tomatoes on the one side. We don't eat a bunch of tomatoes, but I discovered I love fried green tomatoes, so we'd like to eat those, and I would love to make my own like pizza sauce or my own pasta sauce because I have a goal to learn how to can this year. So I'm gonna have a few tomato plants on the one side. I'm gonna do carrots on the end, and I want to do purple carrots or like rainbow carrots to go with my purple theme. So I'm planning to put them down here on the bottom. And then this side, if all works out, I'm gonna do melons. I don't know if we're gonna do cantaloupe or watermelon. I thought about doing like the little sugar babies, just like the small like personal watermelons, and doing trellis melons because you have to like put like bags around them or things to hold them up, obviously, so they don't break off of there. So I'm planning to do melons and then a trellis over to this side. And then in this raised bed, ideally, I would like to do the rest of my purple plans, which is going to be like my purple cauliflower. And I know that takes up a lot of space. So purple cauliflower, and I'm going to do my purple bell peppers. So that's what I have right there for right now. This is subject to change again if we get another raised bed or if we don't get another raised bed. But main garden, we always plant corn and potatoes. This whole edge I'm just going to mark as that. And I do have a purple like ultraviolet sweet corn variety that I want to try, so we'll probably grow like 2 rows of that, and then the rest of the rows will grow our regular sweet corn. And we use the serendipity variety. For potatoes, we usually grow a red variety and either a white or a yellow variety, and this year I want to do some sweet potatoes. My husband got me some purple potatoes to go with my purple theme, and then I think I'm going to do half a row of purple, half a row of sweet potatoes, 2 additional rows of potatoes, 1 row of red, and 1 row of white or yellow. And usually we do Yukon Golds for the yellow potatoes, and then we do I can't remember the variety that we use for the red. Red Lesota is the one that we really like for red potato. But I'll go through more of that when we're actually planting things because it all depends on what varieties that our nursery has. So I'm going to do corn and then potatoes. I'm going to draw that on here, and then I'm going to do sweet potatoes. But that is something that is new for me to grow this year, so I'm hoping all of that works out. Other end of the garden, I always do a cattle panel, and I always do cucumbers and sugar snap peas on there. And to keep my purple theme going, I do have purple sugar snap peas that are going to be going over here, and I'm going to do 2 varieties of cucumbers. I'm going to do a snacking cucumber and a pickling cucumber. Usually I do sweet success for the snacking cucumbers, and then I just do gherkins for the pickling cucumbers because I like to do just like the mini pickles and pickle those versus doing like slices of the pickles. Next to the peas and the cucumbers, I'm going to do some green bean plants, and I usually only do a few of these because green beans give you a ton of beans on each plant. I especially like the bush beans. I usually do the Kentucky, I can't think of what it is, Kentucky something.
the bush beans, and I love those. 3 plants is enough for me. I'm really the only one who likes fresh green beans in my family, but I would also love to can some of those this year. That is also a goal of mine because the rest of my family likes canned green beans. And in the middle of there, that's kind of a free space. I don't really know what we're gonna do with the middle, and with spacing. I might not have much more room for anything else in the middle once my beans kind of take over. So this is a rough draft of what I have so far, with my 3 raised beds at the top and my main garden at the bottom, which is still quite a bit of things. And I usually poke some more things in there, some green onions. I really want to grow some leeks this year. And then I have little pots on my porch that I do all of my herbs in. We grow a ton of things, and things always get added as we find them in the store. So that is a rough plan of everything that I have for my garden so far. I really need to get some seeds started, especially for my melons. But the nursery that we go to also has starts if I fall behind and am unable to get starts for certain things. So with all the warm weather coming and it just being nice and sunny outside, and like my grass being green finally, I just feel so inspired to do all the spring and the outdoor things for all of that. So I just wanted to run through that with you guys because I'm just in the spring mood. I'm in the gardening mood. I'm just ready to come out of the winter fog and the winter funk and the seasonal depression. Enjoy this beautiful, beautiful day outside. I haven't got eggs in a few days. I love the speckly ones. I apologize in advance if my audio is all over the place in this video. I just really want to try out my new microphone, and so far I love it. I think I just need to tweak it and just mess around with it a little bit more to just like get the sound to be even throughout my whole video. But I think I'm going to end the vlog here. I have a few more things to do for the rest of today, and I'm just excited that I kind of got a good overview of my garden done today, and it's almost the end of my first week at my new job. So I don't know, overall it's just been a good week. It's been a busy one, and I know it's going to take a little bit to get back into a groove, but overall I'm very happy, and I think I'm happy because the weather's getting warmer. I can get outside. If you guys like this content, please consider subscribing to my channel if you're not already, and like this video. I love talking with you guys. I love sharing all these things with you guys, and I'm just so happy to have you here, whether you're new or a longtime follower. But I'm gonna go ahead and get back to work while all of my kids are napping. So I will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.